Hi there. So, me and a few of my colleagues took a course which would gain us an extra qualification that would be useful in our jobs. And it all seemed to be going well until we had to do a mandatory diversity module that came up. And we needed this module if we were to pass the course. It was all about discrimination, social justice, and equality. It soon became clear this was about brainwashing us into thinking a certain way, the only way in town that was allowed. Think as we tell you, or you won't pass the course. That is the message we got. Now, this is where it got really bizarre. They started asking us a series of questions. The first question was: name a time when you've worked with someone of a different race or religion to yourself and how you dealt with it. I immediately had a perplexed look on my face, thinking, wow, this is a weird question. But I replied, well, I deal with people from all backgrounds. We are discussing work issues, so what the hell has race or religion got to do with anything? It never even enters my head when I'm dealing with people in a work context. Now, imagine I said, right, I'm off to discuss work with a black person or a Muslim, so I best be aware that they are black or Muslim in order to discuss it with them differently to how I would if they were a white English person. Can you imagine anything more racist than that if that was your thought process every time you were to deal with a colleague? And then they asked what was my opinion on the gender pay gap. Wow. Again, incredibly strange question. What on earth has that got to do with property development? Now, I explained I don't have much of an opinion and I don't know enough about it, but from what I've heard, it seems complex and I'd assume there's many reasons for it. And my tutor said, yes, but don't you agree it's unfair that women get paid less? Don't you think it's proof of us living in a patriarchal society? Again, I said, well, maybe that's part of it, but I very much doubt it's the only reason. But you agree it's the main reason. Well, no, I don't really know enough about it to say that. And it was clear he was trying to coax me into saying, yes, I agree with everything you say, but I refused. He then tacitly implied, look, you don't need to believe it. Can you just go along with it and say it so I can get this box ticked off? And then you can pass this module and pass the course. And in the end, he just ticked it off. So it shows even he was under pressure from his bosses to get this stuff ticked off and get students through the module and through the course, because I'm assuming they've obviously got targets to meet. And he didn't believe this crap himself. He was just getting it signed off to save himself from hassle. Now, in the end, as I said, I let him sign it off, and that was up to him. But I wasn't being coaxed into saying anything I didn't think was true or I didn't know that was true. But it shows that some teachers are undoubtedly activists pushing this crap. We know that. But then there's many who don't believe it and are being forced into teaching it because they have been told to teach it from people above them. And many just do so to, as I said, save hassle and potentially save their jobs. Now, luckily, my company I work for has got no part of this. It's not being infected by any kind of ideology as of yet. But if lots of companies are sending their staff to do these courses, then that's potentially lots of workers coming back brainwashed with this stuff.